Hey guys, today we're going to talk about transgenders and all of the genders there are. Because I guess they're infinite, or at least very high in number. But I would like to know what you guys think about the subject, so if you could comment down below, subscribe, give me a like if you like it, a dislike if you don't like it, tell me why you didn't like it. Love for some constructive criticism so I can make the videos better for you. And also what videos you would like to see next. So we're going to start off with some Abemagender, a gender that is profound, deep, and infinite. Meant to resemble when one mirror is reflecting into another mirror, creating an infinite paradox. That makes no sense. You can't be infinite. The things that's infinite, space. Space is infinite. Nothing else is infinite. So are you just a very loud person? Like you just try to make as much noise as possible so you feel big and powerful, and like it just makes no sense whatsoever. Adamas gender, a gender which refuses to be categorized. So you're okay. Are genders like personalities? Because I guess now you can't like categorize personalities too much. Like in a vague sense, you can. Like some people are angry, shy, like emotional, not emotional. So is it like I don't know why? It just feels like the same thing to me. But a gender that is influenced by your surroundings is aerogender. So when you're on land, you're like a shoulder to cry on. You don't let things get to you. Like people can like put their worries on you, and so if you're like in a plane, like you're on the clouds, you're like limp because air has no substance, and so you're just like all whimsical and wispy and things, and you're like, oh, we are going to have a wonderful day today. Like all uh, wizardy, like a witch, like witchy, because broomsticks and things. Then there is aesthetic gender, or aestheti gender. Sorry, a gender that is derived from aesthetic, also not as also known as vitagender. So you just like a woman, you feel like a woman, or like your gender is a woman. You just like a man, your gender is a man. Is that what it's meaning? I'm gonna guess because that's the easiest interpretation I can make of it. Affect gender, a gender that is affected by mood swings. So you have a bipolar disorder. That's okay. Agender, the feeling of no gender, absence of gender, or neutral gender. So you're yourself. You're your own person. Like think of it like this. You you have a more feminine side, you have a more masculine side. So like a masculine, like they're supposed to be like the rock, like tough, supposed to like hold on to, like put the weight of the world on your shoulders and like to help your family as much as possible. While the feminine is supposed to be nurturing and caring for the children. That's how I was raised though, so like don't be like you're sexist because I'm not. It's just that's how I was raised. Okay. So is it like that? You're just in the middle somewhere, where like you care, but you're rock when you have to be. Is that how it is? Tell me. Then there is feeling agender flux, being agender and having fluctuating feelings of masculinity or femininity. Oh, sorry, masculinity of femininity, but not male or female. You're just weird. That's all I can say. Alexigender, a gender that is fluid between more than one gender, but the individual cannot tell what those genders are. That's fluid between more than one gender. So you don't know what you are. Like, is that it? Like, you don't know what type of. I don't even understand how to explain that, and it's so It's stupid, I guess. Alias gender, a gender which is removed from common gender descriptors, and guidelines. What does that even? So you're different. Well, I guess all of these are different, of course, but you're just more different. You're more inclusive to your type of gender you are, I guess. What is it? Next is Amerigender, a gender that changes depending on who you are in love with. Okay, that, I guess, isn't that like personality though? Like someone, like you're dating someone and they're like really funny, and so you're more sarcastic around them and more like happy. But then you date someone that's all serious, and so you act more serious around them. Is that pretty much what it's meaning? Like your personality changes? That's what I'm getting from it. Ambigender, defined as having the feeling of two genders simultaneously without fluctuation, meaning meant to reflect the concept of being ambidextrous only with gender. So you're two things in one. You're like a what's something you can two things in one? What's two things in one? Like a gun and a pistol whip. You can shoot people, but you can also pistol whip them. So I guess it's two things in one. You can kill them, or you can just knock them out, or like give them a concussion. Harley, why are you trying to get up here? All right. Hello. Okay. So then there's ambonic. Okay, identifying as both man and woman, yet neither at the same time. So you're masculine sometimes and feminine sometimes, I guess. Then there is gender, a gender that changes depending on which friend you're with. So you're fake, right? You're fake then. So if you act like someone you're not when you're around someone to like be a better friend, then you're just lying to them. Is that that's what I'm getting? Okay, Harley, you need to get down. Sorry, guys. Androgen, sometimes used in the case of androgynous presentation, describes the feeling of being a mix of both masculine and feminine, and sometimes neutral gender qualities. So you're just like a lot of people, almost everyone in the world. You're no, I guess no one's in. I've never met an androgen. Hope I don't. Not discriminating, but I just that's too. It makes no sense. It's like okay, so I'm a male, but sometimes I care about my friends, and so wouldn't caring be seen as more feminine quality to care a lot more about your friends, like in like people close to you. Like I know everyone cares. I'm just meaning like more. So would that mean I'm androgen because I'm a mix of both masculine and feminine qualities? No, I'm a dude that cares about people. That's it. It's stupid. Asinine. It's asinine. Next one is an SE gender, feeling like a certain gender yet being more comfortable identifying with another. So you're trying to be something you're not, which all of these you're trying to be something you're not. Feeling like a certain gender yet being more comfortable identifying with another. Feeling like a certain gender yet being more comfortable identifying with another. So you feel like you're a man, but you're more comfortable identifying as a woman. So you want to be trans. All right. Next one is genital, a desire to be without primary sexual characteristics without necessarily being genderless. One may be both genital and identifying as any other gender alongside. So you have one sexual organ or the other, and you realize that, but then you're also saying you're like two-spirit or something. Okay. Next one, anagender, a gender that fades in and out but always comes back to the same feeling. You're having an emotional day. That's what it is. That's what it is. A gender does a gender that is unknown to both yourself and others is a non-gender. So, I guess you're unknown. Guess you're gonna be dissected to find out what gender you really are. Antigender, a protean gender which has the potential to be anything but is formless and motionless and therefore does not manifest as any particular gender. So you're just nothing. Formless and emotionless. You're a vegetable. You are a vegetable. Not being mean to vegetable people. I'm just saying. That's motionless. That's formless. You're a blob. Like Jello. Okay, next. Anxy gender. A gender that is affected by anxiety. Okay, you're just anxious. That's it. You're just anxious. It's so freaking stupid. Okay, next. Apagender. A feeling of apathy towards one gender which leads to them not looking any further into it. So you're just apathetic. Okay, you are apathetic. That's it. Oh, this one's a weird one. Apconsugender. All right, a gender where you know what it isn't, but not what it is. The gender is hiding itself from you. All right, you have a problem. Mental problems. If you... Oh my gosh, it's so stupid. This is why I'm scared for, like, when I get older. Because no one's going to like me. Because things are stupid now. It's so... Sorry, next one. Astrogender, a gender that feels bright and celestial. Okay, celestial, that's like a Marvel comic stuff. Celestial, you're not a celestial. And it feels bright, so you're like you're happy. And think you're a celestial. Got it. Astral gender, a gender that feels connected to space. You're an astrologist. Wow. Possible trigger warning. Well, at least they told me. Autigender. A gender that can only be understood in the context of being autistic. Meant for autistic people only. Well, then how can you say that if you're not autistic? How can you write that? That's my question. Not autistic. How can you know how they feel? How their gender is, huh? Sorry, next one. Autogender, a gender experience that is deeply personal to oneself. Okay. This is where I'm talking about like gender and personality. They're like interchangeable. I feel like they're the same thing because so sex and gender, they were like pretty much interchangeable. They use at the same time, and now sex and gender are two different things. And I feel like gender is getting closer to personality now. I don't know. Tell me if you guys like think that they're just the millennials and people nowadays are just messing up the dictionary and how they're trying to change things so everyone's more inclusive. Inclusive, sorry. To everyone when it's so stupid. But a gender experience that is deeply personal to oneself. So that's your personality. That's personal to you. No one has the exact same personality as yourself. Sorry, next one. Axigender. When a person experiences two genders that sit on opposite ends of an axis, one being a gender and the other being any other gender. These genders are experienced one at a time with no overlapping and with a very short transition in time. You guys remember what agender means? I really forgot. How far are we through this? Not even halfway through it, and we're still on A's. And it's alphabetical. And there's I skimmed through all of it, and so there's all the way to V's. People are stupid. Alright. Next one. Bigender. The feeling of having two genders either at the same time or separately. Usually used to describe feeling traditionally male and traditionally female, but does not have to. So, you just have characteristics of male and female. Got it. Biogender. A gender that feels connected to nature in some way. You're a naturalist. You're a tree hugger. Okay, got it. Blur gender. The feeling of having more than one gender that are somehow blurred together to the point of not being able to distinguish or identify individual genders. Synonymous with gender fuzz. Alright, that sounds like a kinky thing that you do when you're having sex, but okay, that's just me. The feeling of having more than one gender. Oh my gosh. Okay, so more than one gender. So from what I'm viewing as, it's personality. So gender is like a personality now. Please tell me how you feel about like what I said about that. But multiple personality disorder. That's what you have. Next one, boy flux. When one feels mostly or all male most of the time, but experience fluctuating intensity of male identity. Fluctuating intensity. So sometimes you feel a little gay, other times you feel a lot gay, sometimes no gay. Alright. Burst gender. And gender that comes in intense bursts of feeling and quickly fades back to the original state. So sometimes you're mega gay, sometimes no gay. Got it. Kale gender, a gender which... Harley, please stop this nonsense. Hello, sister.
Hi.
Alright. So there's kale gender, a gender which shares qualities with outer space or has the aesthetic of space, stars, nebulas.
Come on.
You're a galaxy. How does that make you feel to know you're wrong? Caste gender, the feeling of gender is unimportant to you, so your personality doesn't matter. Alright.
Are you videoing?
I am videoing, Megan.
Oh god, don't tell me what to talk about.
Alright. Now, there is caste flux, when the level of indifference towards your gender fluctuates. That's stupid. Alright. Next one. Sorry, I skip over ones when I'm like that. It's too hard to explain in my head. Kavus gender, for people with depression, when you feel one gender when not depressed and another when depressed. When your antidepressant pills kick in. A. Syngender, when your gender changes between one and its opposite. Okay, so another multiple personality disorder. So next one, heterofluid, when you are heterogender and your feelings fluctuate between masculine, feminine, and neutral. Triple personality. Heterogender and non-binary gender with specific masculine, feminine, or neutral feelings. So sometimes you're mega gay and you like chicks. Or sorry, mega straight and you like chicks, but sometimes you're mega gay. You like dudes. You like a dick. That's okay. Next one, cisgender, the feeling of being the gender you were assigned at birth all the time. Most people, because they're normal. Not saying, no, I am saying you're not normal if you feel like you're absorbed gender or something like that. Which, absorbed gender, that's when you take on the gender of the most, like, if there are a bunch of dudes around you, then you're a dude. But with chicks, you feel like a chick. That's how it works. Science. This is what science has brought us. Thanks. Cloud gender. A gender that cannot be fully realized or seen clearly due to depersonalization, derealization disorder. Hey, at least this one admits you have a disorder. It's great. They're getting somewhere. Cold gender, the feeling of having too many genders. simultaneously to describe each other. The feeling of having too many genders simultaneously. Okay, so it's like your personalities are attacking each other. Got it. Next one, color gender. A gender associated with one or more colors and the feelings, hues, emotions, and or objects associated with that color may be used like pink gender, blue gender, yellow gender. Colors have genders now. I hate people. When you know you aren't cisgender, but you settle with your assigned gender for the time being, is comogender. Commie is so that's communist, right? Next one is condigender, a gender that is only felt during certain circumstances. A gender is, so like when you're angry, then you're that. Oh, when you're worried, then you're that one gender. Sorry, forgot the name because there's too many to count because it's stupid. Wink, wink. I can't wink. So that's. Next, delicia gender, from the Latin word delicia meaning favorite, meaning the feeling of having more than one simultaneous gender yet preferring one that fits better. So your personalities. You have one main personality, but then ones take over and you feel certain emotions. Alright. Demifluid, the feeling your gender being fluid throughout all the demi-genders, the feeling of having multiple genders, some static and some fluid. You need a doctor. I really don't want to go through all these, but I think I'm going to. So, you need a doctor. You just need a doctor. That's all I can say. That's all you need. Just a doctor. And if that doesn't help, then I'm sorry, but you still need a doctor. Demiflux, the feeling of having multiple genders, some static and some fluctuating. So your personality, you don't know who you are yet. Got it. The demigender, a gender that is partially one gender and partially another. Wow. It makes no sense. Dom gender. Sorry. Having more than one gender, yet one being more dominant than the others. Dom gender. Yeah, it's like I said, the earlier one. The delicia gender. Got it. Oh, they're all just pretty much the same one, just different names to make people feel special when having a certain one. Alright. Demi-vapor, continuously drifting to other genders, feeling spiritually transcendental when doing so while having a clear, slightly blurred inner visual of your genders, transitions, and positive emotions. Hey, we're almost halfway through. Okay, I'm going to try to get this before 30 minutes. Tied to demi-smoke, sorry. Okay, well, demi-vapor and demi-smoke, they're the same. So, oh my, this is so stupid. I don't understand how people actually think they're something like this. I change all the time. I'm a man and a woman and a neuter thingamajig. I'm everything. Wow. Duragender, from the Latin word dura, meaning a long-lasting, meaning a subcategory of multigender in which one gender is more identifiable, long-lasting, and prominent than the other genders. You're normal most of the time. You get that one specific one that's like normal, like you get angry, like you stay the same, but then something goes wrong, and so you flip your crap, and then your whole personality switches. Alright. Ego gender. A gender that is so personal to your experience that it can only be described as you. That's baloney. That's bullcrap, okay? Someone else has experienced the same things you have. And it's... Apocene, sometimes used synonymously with objective androgynous, the feeling either having or not displaying characteristics of both or either binary gender, sometimes used to describe female, male identifying individuals. You're transsexual. Alright, got it. Aspigender, a gender that is related to being a spirit or exists on a higher or extra-dimensional plane. What? That makes no sense. You can't be on an extra dimensional plane. You're there. You're going to heaven or hell afterwards, but you're here for now. You're in the middle. You're in the in between. X gender, the outright refusal to accept or identify in, on, or around the gender spectrum. Makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, get some help. Accessory gender, a gender that only exists or feels present when thought about or when a conscious effort is made to notice it. It was like your inner mind saying, I'm here, but not really. Femme fluid, having fluctuating or fluid gender feelings that are limited to feminine genders. Oh, now they're being inclusive. Or sorry, exclusive. They're saying, no males in here. Alright, well, anyways. Femme gender, a non-binary gender which is feminine in nature. So you're a chick. You're a girl. You're a girl. Fluid flux, a feeling of being fluid between two... Pretty much like the vapor one. Get some help. Jimmy gender, having two opposite genders that work together, being fluid and flux together. I know a game called Flux. It's pretty fun. They're starting to ruin the word flux for me, though. Really stupid. Gender blank, a gender that can only be described as a blank space. When gender is called into question, all that comes to mind is blank space. Your mind's blank. Alzheimer's at its finest. Gender flow, a gender that is fluid between infinite feelings. Okay, I'm pretty sure we all have feelings, and I don't think feelings are infinite. You just find new words to express yourself, but they still mean the same thing as other words, I promise. Alright. Sorry, I just said that one. Gender fluid, the feeling of being fluidity within your gender, identity, feeling a different gender as time passes or as situations change, not restricted to any number of genders. Get some help, please. It's free until you get out. Just go to Looney Bin. Looney Bins are fine, you know? Gender flux, the feeling of your gender fluctuating in intensity like gender fluid, but between one gender and a gender. Hey, we are 3/4 of the way almost. We're almost there. Okay, well, these are all the same things I'm just going to read down. Gender flux, gender fuzz, gender neutral, gender punk, gender queer, gender witch, girl flux. You're wrong. Okay, you cannot. That's not how it works. I really just feel like you're trying to describe personalities. You're trying to make yourself feel better than what you actually are. You need to stop it. Stop lying to yourself. Get some help. Okay, glass gender, glimmer gender, gray gender, gyra gender, heel gender. Okay, let me stop it. A gender that, once realized, brings lots of peace, clarity, security, and creativity to the individual's mind. You're just a calm person. You know how to take stress and deal with it. It's describing freaking personalities. That's what's happening, okay? It's just describing personalities in weird ways, so it seems like you're more special than what you actually are. Alright, we're gonna skip to the... Yeah, we're gonna skip to the end. After we read what transgender means. Transgender. Any gender identity that transcends or does not align with your assigned gender or society's idea of gender. The feeling of being any gender that does not match your assigned gender. But I thought gender and sex were different. Huh? So your sex is male or female, right? But then your gender can change between the two because you feel gay or straight or you... Okay, anyways. We're at the V's now. Oh, we're almost done. Evoke gender. A gender that's weak or hollow. So you're a person, you can't deal with things. You're weak. You don't have a backbone. Alright. I'm gonna sum these last 2 up. Skipped a few, but you know, they're pretty much all saying the same things out there. Varen gender, a gender that seems to shift, change the moment it is identified. It's like the ocean. You think you see something cool, and then it's like, but wait, it's gone. Like your mind. You think you find it, but then it disappears again. And then Vibrogender, a gender that is usually one stable gender, but will occasionally change or fluctuate before stabilizing again. Bipolar, right? It's like bipolar. Like, you think you're fine, but then like something happens, and you're like, oh, life sucks, and you want to take yourself out. Alright, got it. Okay, sorry guys, this video was really long. I hope it wasn't too bad. I would love some constructive criticism to make my videos better and to like help me out so it always stays interesting, and if I should shorten this to like a lot more, like so 15 minutes at the most. But thanks guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thumbs up, I would really appreciate it.